fucking Christians, nigga. You ain't got no.
Where the smoke at?
You some fucking Christian aboriginal, nigga. All you niggas. Christian aboriginal.
Shut up.
Fuck y'all is.
Shut up. You made. You made. You made. What type of nigga? What type of nigga come on a platform? Come on a platform full of grown men.
Let them
trying to make a nigga here for you. I'm back, everybody. To help nobody.
Bobby can finish, bro.
Shut up.
You ain't got time for it. Nigga act like you don't want to
your fucking mouth, bitch. Spit in your own mouth, bitch. Spit in your own mouth, bitch.
Say it again, Rashad. Put Hiker in the back so Bobby
put your mom in the back. Bitch, don't play with her.
Bobby, I don't even know why you even came back up here.
Fuck.
I ain't get the every saw. I ain't disrespect the nigga at all.
No, because I don't even get it, bro. Every time you get your point has been made. And then all this bullshit.
I didn't even make my point.
You been made your point an hour ago, Bobby. You ain't for the Aboriginal community. It ain't for you.
That ain't what I'm saying at all. How's niggas taking my words and turning it into what they want to turn it into?
But I'm trying to figure out what
information. Come on, you've been doing the same thing for a minute. Go ahead, y'all got it.
I was respectful. OG Billy, the niggas started cursing me out. What the fuck is y'all talking about right now?
Big dog.
Damn, niggas don't even fucking listen. Damn, the good. Go ahead, Rashard. Y'all got it, man. Because I see you can't challenge no information that niggas stand in.
What information was you challenging?
You steady talking, lady. Can I say what I'm saying?
Salute, Bobby. Salute, Empress. Salute, Rashad.
Damn, baby. Before I can get to the challenge, y'all cut me off.
Can we use some forum and have one mic?
Damn. Like you can't damn Mike.
I got y'all. Emperor's over. I took everybody off. Go ahead, Bobby. You got the mic.
What information did he challenge? When he came up in, he was talking. I asked, wait a minute. You said you came to challenge the information. I wasn't talking about no. I asked the man, did he know who we were? And he's right here. He can answer for himself. I asked him, did he know who he was over here?
Wow. I was talking about the Aboriginal. I was challenging the Aboriginal and the paperwork and all of that. Y'all, you want to put them shoes on and be the hit dog and holler because
I don't know about Aboriginal. I don't know about Aboriginal.
Okay, but then you need to explain to the Aboriginal community how you not an Aboriginal. That ain't my fight. I know what I'm coming up here with the smoke for. And if that's OG, damn lady, OG Philly said the smoke for him, so now I'm challenging him.
Okay, and that's what I want, sister.
Fuck OG, my nigga. I can challenge him as a man in on anything, and we ain't gonna fucking fall out. That's the problem, sis. You gotta understand that the men could get like that without going to bitch ass nigga and all that. The last nigga got the disrespect of me. I'm passionate just like you, baby. I'm just when you talk and let you got your train of thought out. Now that I'm coming with an opposing viewpoint, it seems like motherfuckers can't handle it. They just want to say I'm a nationalist bastard that grew up in a single family home. What type of fucking shit is that?
Before you said a whole lot before you jumped off this.
No, I didn't. Y'all start just going at me because I wasn't coming up just rubbing on niggas nuts saying, yeah, you're right for the Aboriginal.
Like a man and all kind of stuff. And everybody up here heard you, dude. You actually didn't say all this to me.
I did say that after you got to talking because you didn't talk shit about me before saying I didn't stole your information and all this. I said that, sis, and I'm standing on I said that. Now I'm saying what I'm saying right now. We could deal with the conversation that was 10 minutes ago, or you could deal with me right now.
I can deal with you either way. Right.
I
can't deal with you either way.
All I'm saying is I'm challenging the paperwork. I'm challenging why you gotta go back into the government that subjugated you to get free from it. I'm challenging all
because we scared to go to war. That's why. Because niggas scared to go to war.
It ain't paperwork. You rescinding back everything you got from it.
Bobby.
Keep saying
niggas is happy with being under the system and being reclassified instead of willing to go to war for what they know is right. That's why, Bobby.
First of all, we got bait. First of all, got your elderly you got to worry about. You got a whole lot of things.
Now, OG Philly, this is smoke for you. Hold on. OG Philly, you say niggas ain't ready for war. You done been military trained. Now you gotta show me 10 to 20 niggas over your time in the military that you done trained in the hood on military tactics. Or you done failed.
Like I said, I got you, Bobby. You can mute up. Like I said, if we really knew the system of what was happening to us, we should be willing to go to war. But niggas ain't, because we divided. And like I said, you know, we have to, hold on, I got everybody. We have to make those soldiers that's in the system make a choice between killing their own family members, you know, but you are allowed to go against the system the last time I checked, brother.
OG, I'm agreeing with you there. I'm finna say my question again.
You have the right to go against this system, right?
Yes. I'm
Okay,
agreeing with
what's
you, OG Billy. Now, I'm finna challenge. I'm coming with the smoke again. You just said niggas scared to go to war. I'm a musician. I got it's hella niggas under my belt and motherfucking QB on the panel. I done taught him shit about music because that's really what I do. I'm trained in that. And I'm trained in basketball. I done taught it's at least 30 motherfuckers that grew up and became men that can say Bobby done taught them something about music, basketball. Matter of fact, if I take them two things, it's at least 100 niggas. You said we scared of war, but you war trained. So if you ain't got no niggas that you didn't train with the war, the shit that you know from the military in real time on some spook who sat by the door shit, then I'ma say that you done failed, OG Philly. You ain't got niggas ready for war, even though you trained for war.
Okay, so we can move on next.
I think there's also been a misnomer about this. Everybody come together. See, if you go back to the beginning of the story, it was people like you responsible for the situation that you may be under, right? Right. So you can't unite with those people, right? Right. So it would never be, right? It would never be a full uniteness, all people of color on one side and all people of non-color on the other side, because that's not what you're dealing with.
Nope.
Right? This is why the MSTA, the Nation of Islam, there are arrest cases under the FBI right now for public viewing where you can see members of those organizations being arrested with Ku Klux Klan robes, doing injustices to people of color in their own communities, right? If you also recognize and you look at the photos of the lynchings that you do have, where you did see Caucasians gathered around, you would notice none of them had on sheets. So they didn't have to operate under that particular ordeal of wearing sheets, right? That was by the actual invaders who had to hide their identity, right? And it was those two parties that wasn't with the Black Panther Party, right? These are the GIP, the government informants. These are the people who assassinated Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. See, Jesse didn't get hit. Jesse was a hitter, right? Right. Matter of fact, Martin Luther King, he was a Prince Hall Freemason. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, before you put the word doctor on the front of his name, you better put the word reverend. You better understand that he had a psychological degree.
Big facts.
Right? Right? See, we look, Malcolm X got assassinated by his own supposed to be people, right? That's a foreign group, the Nation of Islam, from where? Not from America. They're not from America. Right? The Nation of Islam knocked him off, right? At a speech. Why? Because he was going to tell you at that speech that guess what? It's your own people. It's people that look like you.
Shout out Knowledge X. I see you out there, brother.
I broke bread in Mecca with people that was non-melanated. Right? Guess what? They were being suppressed by people of color over there in India. Huh? India just took look. They playing
Big
the
facts,
same
brother.
play.
Big facts.
They playing the same play. We don't come from under one title and fall into another. That's what Bobby's trying to say. That's what Bobby is attempting to say. He's saying, don't be misled by people that look like you. Right? That's going to give you a title that's been handed down to them. Right? This is how they receive payment.
Thank you, yo.
For you to identify as that particular source, right?
Thank you, bro.
The word Aboriginal comes from India, which is Hindustan, which was the name of Bharat, right? This is why Kamala Harris, the vice president, her mother is from where? India, right? She's the vice president of the United States.
And she's an Aboriginal, bro.
Let's go. Let's get it. Y'all got it. Salute.
All I'm saying, I'm with you, and I understood exactly what Bobby is saying. But still, I'm saying we've been reclassified. I don't know about y'all, but my people have been reclassified. If you're in that classification, like we keep saying, we have the right to basically
to self-identify.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. And that's all I'm saying.
Now, sis, right there. Stay at that point right there, sis. All I'm saying is this.
Hold on, Bobby. Hey, God, Bobby, get out your fucking feelings and go log off and go to another channel, man. You making this shit personal, and I don't want it to be personal. God, Body News.
Can y'all hear me?
Nobody told you.
It ain't personal at all.
And like I said, I've been going by your channel, and I don't have a fucking wrench over there, so you hating on me. So keep it moving, young fella. Y'all got it, man. Don't make this shit personal, man.
Hey, and sis, anything that I say is all said in jest and fun because it's a panel where we all talking. So I'm expecting everybody to just be able to take the shit that's being said. I don't hold none of this shit to heart as I go out into the world to do what actually needs to be done action wise. So what you said was the whole overarching point that I was trying to say. You got the God-given right to self-identify. And once we start throwing ourselves under blanket titles, because sis, what did you say? You said it, and everybody missed it. You said, I'm not dealing with no Aboriginal shit. I identify myself.
Yeah.
Once they start blanketing you under stuff, that becomes shit that you can look at the motherfucking look at the paw prints in the dirt, and it's gonna take you back to government recognized tribes. I know that for a fact because I done been through this shit before. That's why anybody that keep on talking about they don't want to, and salute to you for showing it on your page. I wasn't coming at you. I'm saying I know for a fact that anybody that had never tried to get me to walk down that Aboriginal road with their ass getting stopped at some point in time, it start getting more secreter and secreter and secreter, and they get to talking about, well, you just got to know how to do this and do that. And I'm like, man, you should better show me. It's a lot of mystery wrapped up in this shit.
Those are the ones that are trying to make a profit off of it. But not everybody is trying to make a profit off of it.
Speaking of profit, make sure for all smoking weed, chop the profit weed off. Boom.
The thing is, with the paperwork, you're going to have to study the paperwork. When we talk about paperwork, we talking about what's in law. We deal what's in law. Aboriginal is what they consider to be the first inhabitants of America, if you look at what America is. But it also is the same thing. It's the same term up under Indian. This was India.
Can I ask you this, sis? And this is real talk.
I'm gonna prove that you were wrong about what you said, that statement. Because like I said, you don't know, just because I don't say it on this channel don't mean that I ain't trying to correct my daughter's status. I've been trying to correct my daughter's status. You know, I'm not worried about my status, but I am worried about my daughter's status. And that's proves you wrong, because I have done the steps to get her birth certificate out of this system and get her under me and my wife paperwork.
But
out of the corporation.
Now let me say this. What I did was I had the majority of my babies in the house. So they ain't even have to get a birth certificate. Right? So that's what I'm saying. When it comes to this identification, I want to know, how do we keep looking at natural people that's walking around? They ain't pulling out no IDs when the white man show up to identify themselves.
But after that, I still want to make a point.
So what I'm saying is this: once I get them they shit back, why do I need anything to identify with them? That's what I'm saying. It's a natural man walking around this bitch right now. That's
we act like it ain't no state that enforces different. I don't want to say laws, statuses, and
and this is what I'm saying, OG Philly. When you come in contact with them people, okay, I'm gonna give you 2 examples. The same way Sis got the wait a minute.
Go ahead.
The same way Sis got the card, it would be the same way if I had nothing. If a bitch ass police officer want to be on it that day, we both go down and we both go sit down until we see that judge, and then the judge go tell us we could go free. Because them the ones that ultimately know. I'm saying I
haven't renewed my driver's license. I refuse to renew my driver's license.
And I'm saying what you saying. I'm doing this for my babies. That's why I'm not even trying to start them off with none of the shit. That's the trick. From the parental side, the God side, I'm not even trying to start them off with no social security number.
I don't believe in God side. Fuck God. I don't believe in God. It's in God we trust.
Myself is being God.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I don't believe in none of that shit.
I'm the generator, operator, destroyer. That's what I'm saying when I'm saying God.
All right, there you go.
I'm the one generating power. I'm the one operating it, and I'm the one destroying shit. So when I'm saying God, that's what I mean in operation, not no mythological shit.
Like I said, I don't see no problem with us, going against the system. We say we're against the system. So basically, why can't we continue to say we're against the system and do what we have to do?
And I'm saying the same thing.
Times. I can care less about this system.
I'm saying
and because we want to correct our status out of this system, what's the matter with that shit?
Because you just giving them back what they forced on you. You just giving it back, and you changing back to your correct status with your grandmother now, who they were, and there's trust in those. Going back, there's individual
foundation. I see all of y'all. Much love to all of y'all. Go ahead, guys. It's my bad.
It's individual Indian trust that you can operate, because then you go in there, you want to govern yourself. You got to know how to govern yourself. So that means you have to learn commerce and all that.
But that come into government, the straw man, right?
And real quick, everybody, I got you. Give me 30 seconds, please. I want to tap back in. I support a lot of people, man. So, like, I support Brother Sanchez. I support Chief Holiday. Like I support Aboriginal God of the Geechees. So, because I'm supporting my brothers, you want to make it something different? I don't support Sanchez less than I support God of the Geechees or Aboriginal TV. So don't make that shit try to act like I just fucking support one person. I support a whole fucking community, man.
And he supports Love Zay too. Don't be afraid to say that, OG. Don't be afraid to say that. He supports Love Zay channel too, motherfuckers.
Yeah, I support Love Zay channel too. Yes.
Motherfuckers. Yeah.
I don't have to agree with it. I'm not trying to. Man, let me leave that alone.
Right? Leave it alone, OG. Back to the real smoke.
Like I said, this shit is wild. I can't see where it's a problem. I said, we can go against this system. We don't have to agree. I think it's in the Second Amendment.
OG, quick question.
That's all I'm saying. Go ahead, you got to be.
When we're dealing with these panels, see, this is where we losing, right? We forget the golden rule. It's always business. It's never personal. We're trying to handle business affairs from a personal reality. Right? We're trying to connect to titles and misnomers and bullshit and who best friends with who approve of whose lifestyle. That's some fuck shit.
Shout out.
That's why a lot of businesses don't thrive beast mode, because people grow up with that mindset of thinking that and they wonder why their businesses don't take off. But I had a quick question to OG and Prst's point. I'm not sure if that's the right name, but so you saying to reclassify out of the government or just reclassify it under the government? I was
you just can't be you. Why you gotta reclassify any goddamn thing? Why you just can't be you?
Now this is what I'm saying, Beast. Now listen, what the sis saying, that's where I was trying to get to, business and commerce, because the whole point of the paperwork to separate yourself from the straw man is in this society, you still gonna have to do business with the straw man, so you want to be in control of that. That's the part I get, because that all boils down to liability. Like you said, right. Beast, it's not business, it's personal. So you trying to duck liability. I get
it's
that.
Not personal, it's business. You said it wrong.
I mean, yeah, it's not personal, it's business. My fault. Yeah, but you know what I was saying. So now look, Beast, check this out, y'all. So now, but guess what these folks do? They just identify themselves. And then they separate themselves through liability through LLC. Right or wrong? Right. They just create LLC on top of LLC the same way Master P defunct fucking No Limit. The same way Trump keep defuncting these companies, because you can run it up, bust the invoices down, collect all the money, don't pay nobody, and just throw bankruptcy on the shit. They've been knowing the fucking to take control of the straw man.
Okay. Yeah,
but it's still ways to operate under the government, like you just said, Beast. The ultimate way not to operate with it is to give them all they stick back and not have no IDs.
Right.
That's why
we're allowed to go against this system, point blank. You know, not everybody. We don't have to agree with this fucking system. You know, basically, we can go against this system. You know, we have seen where our people have been. You know, the treaties that this country had that they broken. You know what I mean? It ain't hard once you do your research of the atrocities or the crimes against humanity that has been done to our people here, and that's what I stand for.
So the
crimes that's been done against our people. Go ahead, B.
The right to free speech, right? That's the right to self-identify, right? That's the right to free speech, right? Now you got to get to the second one, right? And the second one is the right to bear arms, right, against enemies, foreign and domestic, right? Right. So these rights should not be infringed, right? So watch this. You can't infringe a firearm, right? An arm is something that's displayed. It's something that identifies you. It's called a coat of arms, right? So see, we're doing step one. We're trying to hold the right of the freedom of speech to self-identify, but we don't have arms. We don't have a coat of arms, right? We don't have a coat of arms to do business.
And let me say something real quick, B. You know, we know it's a corporation running this country, right? You know, and the only way to combat a corporation is create your own corporation. Like I said, I don't see, you know, some of us, you know, saying, you know, that's against the jab, creating our own corporation and basically self-governing our fucking self. Because like I always say, I don't need nobody governing me. I can govern my motherfucker.
OG, that's our fault, because we got to understand, America was never a country, right? America was never a country, right? The country is what you call the South American states, right? The South, the Southeast region, right? Right? Of the country, right? But there was never no country. It was always a continent. What are we thinking?
Thank you, Beast.
What the fuck are we
call it a country, a continent. A continent, a country.
What are we thinking? Right?
Who is America, y'all?
Country, if this is Aboriginal country, then it's got to be Aboriginal continent, doesn't it not?
Thank you.
What are we thinking? We should be able to see these things. Right? I'm gonna go on my 6th deployment as an independent contractor to go bust some heads, to go on the real front line, not on YouTube. My 6th one. I haven't seen not nail motherfucker on YouTube. Right? right? I'm talking about down there in Haiti, right? Down there in Peru, right? Where y'all at? For real, for real. Because they don't know shit about the title Aborigines. Venezuela, who currency just collapsed 2002, they don't know shit about Aborigines. Matter of fact, you can't own shit in Aboriginal title.
No.
So how long are we going to continuously play this game?
That's all I'm saying. Like I said, we never came together as a fucking people. But basically, you know, we allowed this country or to claim our status and basically take our power away. I guess I don't see nothing the matter with it. Like I said, I don't mind being a part of creating my own tribe.
Hey, salute to everybody. Salute to everybody.
We're good. You can tap in. Anybody want to tap in, they can tap in.
Now,
no. American, it has Aboriginal. Up under Indian, it has Aboriginal. Like I said, I go by my nation. I'm from the Walker clan. One of my first surnames is Walker. These are American Indian last names. These are not no European last names. All these last names came up out of America. I'm also part of one of the largest clans that was on this continent, which is Browns. So I know my history. I'm already archived. So it's not nothing new to me. It may be new to some of the other people. So like you said, everybody has the right to identify. I'm not a colonizer. I don't go by the colonizer's rules. So who am I to tell somebody they can't claim Aboriginal? The Aboriginals don't really claim, and people know I get into it with the Aboriginals. They don't like to claim American Indian. Well, good and fine. I don't separate. All I tell it is, well, is in law is under American Indian. I read the Constitution. In law is American Indian. So if you're American Indian, you have a trust. That is your money. Under that birth certificate, that is your money. You're supposed to be able to know how to operate in commerce, using that to pay your bills and everything. Everything is paid for, but you have to be able to get in that trust. You got to learn how to operate and be able to use that for what you need it for, because it's yours.
And that's dealing with the UCC, right?
Oh, I'm learning, like I said, Sister So. Now, Tunu can come up, and she know more about what we're studying.
Like UCC codes, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But listen, that's what I'm saying. When I challenge some of this stuff, because this ain't nothing on, this ain't against you, sister. When you say that, and then when the challenge comes, you got to be able to, you see what I'm saying? Because UCC codes, this is how niggas was getting locked up in the 90s. Did you know that?
Because they are not going by their original.
But this is what I'm saying, sis. But this is what I'm saying.
This is what I'm saying, Bobby. We allowed to create our own fucking tribe.
I get that.
If you ain't the tribe nothing, then that's all cool. You don't want to tribe up, but I don't see a problem with us tribing the fuck up.
I've never said nothing against none of that.
Guess what? You can start a tribe with your own, just your family. You don't have to go back into.
Hey, sis, y'all not finna run away from my UCC code. That's what I'm saying.
UCC code. Create your own code.
Okay, aren't you operating about? You put in the chat? Are you operating out of 501c3?
You say what?
Didn't I see you put in the chat that your stuff is under 501c3?
Well, what I work for right now is a 501c3 corporation. Yes.
You are a corporation, right? And you doing business?
No, I didn't say me. I said where I work at right now. It is a 501c3 corporation.
Okay. If you do well, once you do what you do, you basically operating there as your own business.
I know what 501c3 is. I get that. What I'm saying with the UCC codes, the people been doing that since the 90s, telling people it's a way that you can, you know what I'm saying, operate the trust, which is your social security number that's attached to some type of millions of dollars, you know what I'm saying, that's in a state that's just there, right?
That the corporation use. Yeah.
Right. I get that.
We get that.
I get that. And what I'm saying is, anybody who I've just asked to break it down, like they've always told me, hey, you better do it like this or this or this, or you'll get locked in. It's like, wait a minute, I know what a trust is. You see what I'm saying? I got trust for my motherfucking babies. They not gonna get fucking locked up if a trust is in their name and they come to claim it. It's simple paperwork. It ain't all this, you know what I'm saying, loophole mystery ass shit that they, you know what I'm saying, keep on telling us with these UCC codes. That's why I'm challenging it, because I'm saying it's not that it shouldn't be that hard, and it should be something that's extremely public information that we showing the people on a day-to-day basis. If it's millions of dollars in reparation out there in the form of the Social Security that they didn't put us up under.
Let me address it real quick, Bobby. Mike check.
Go ahead, bitch. We hear you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Anything that's reverting to there's a bunch of dollars in a trust fund for anybody that's original to the land is a lie. Right? Watch this. A lot of niggas died in 1865, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
But the Foreign Federal Reserve Bank wasn't established till 1921. So in layman's terms, the bank corporation, they had already taken over. They had already occupied Wall Street. Right? 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 Your people, your original ancestors never dealt with a dollar bill.
They dealt with gold, barter and trade.
Yes, gold, centennials, right? Guess what? That's where your trust is, right? Your trust is not in a U.S. dollar, a foreign reserve note, debt note, that thing. Right?
There wouldn't be no foreign debt note on the street within this year. It's coming to an end. They already showing you that. You're going to be dealing with nothing but credit. And that's all will be in these trusts is credit. All you doing is paying off your bills with this shit. You ain't making a whole living off of it. It's supposed to be able to pay off, and so you don't have to worry about what we should never been paying for no way.
And Empress, take this for consideration. You know who they do put under the debt for the debt note? Us, the users of it. Us. The whole U.S. or the whole America continent. Haiti, Venezuela, Ecuador, Nicaragua, Brazil, Mexico, right? Right? All of that is under the, okay, why is the Chinese coming to collect? Why have the Germans been here? Right. Oh, that's right. They didn't tell you that Germans are Moors. Right? Didn't Hitler say when the people of color realize what we done to them, that's going to be the beginning of World War III? Look, Russia just gave you the tallest Amazon for an arms dealer. Right? You seen Caucasian way they should have sent back the Marine. No, Russia trying to tell you something. Hey, look, we back at war with them Germans again. Matter of fact, y'all, Fauci, the creator of the jet, he's a German. Everybody that's on that government board, they're German. If not, they're from Hindustan, India.
That original place was Barack. People keep calling it India. That was not India. I have an old map, and I have the definition of India, and it said it was here in America. I've shown y'all. I have posted that and everything.
This is hey, real quick, Peace. When you're Empress finished, I want End Zone to get the mic. I want somebody new to get the mic. Y'all got it though. Go ahead, y'all.
I'll take it next.
And so
again,
that was just recently Bharat, then it became Hindustan, now it's India. In 1946, it was Hindustan. 1947, it became India. You
Yes,
just
ma'am.
not naming those places, but it tells you in the definition that it was here in America.
Yes, it's called replacement theory or replacement ideology. They're
But
moving Indians in
you
from
know,
India or from Barack. They're moving them in. They're kicking you out.
yeah, they moving us out and they bringing foreigners in, claiming because that's what their plan is to do is to use those people over there in India as the real people over here in America. I ain't know what they're doing.
Yeah, this is this is the word. This is the word.
To read the treaties though, and the treaties is what we have to stand on.
Hey, real quick, y'all. Let Q the second get the mic. Go ahead, Q.
I'm gonna be short, man. You know, I agree with everybody's point of view and everything. You know, regarding the facts of how this, you know, the situation Americans are in, American Indians, because we went by our tribe names. You know, once upon a time, Cherokee, Choctaw, Muskogee, different territories. We are territorial people by nature. So
Fact.
even with that stance, right? We, in order for us to get back together as a people, we have to go into a group economic think tank to figure out what we should do for our children. I understand we in a position now of ourselves and everything like that, but the children must understand and be educated to be wise, you know, within these territories, because different territories have different laws. Like I can go to, you know, a different city in Alabama, and those laws are different within their jurisdiction. So I think in order for us to get out of this rabbit hole or situation, we need to get more into the strategy of how to get into these positions. You know, as suck as that sounds, you know, get into these judge positions, get into these lawyer positions, get into these school positions to reintroduce a better way to teach our children to think and not to fight each other and not to, you know, promote gun violence. I think group economics is our best choice, our best opportunity, and I'm gonna leave it like that, man.
Hey, y'all can hear me?
Yeah, real quick, everybody. Let End Zone tap in. Much love, End Zone. You got it, brother.
Hey, much love, OG. I wanted to come show you some love. Hey, shout out to all y'all on the panel, man. Great topic too. I just wanted to add, right? Yeah, I see what all y'all saying for real, and there's a lot of truth to it. And I want everybody to realize that even if, right, we knew where we came from, or we could go back and say, and find out the truth of where we came from, the way we interact with each other now is what's more important. You know, if we could go back and see how we used to interact with each other in those times before we was colonized or whatever, and if we could see us acting like how we interact with each other now, you know, being disrespectful, you know, can't really get our points across without yelling and screaming and fighting with each other, then it really wouldn't mean nothing. You know, I think the past is just as important as the present. And, you know, all of us be on these panels together, and we really our own tribe, if you want to look at it that way. I think we should. I think that's more important than, you know, where we came from. Not saying that, you know, it's not important to know your history, but it is still important to know how to deal with your present. And that's all I wanted to add. But I appreciate all y'all. I'm going to continue listening on.
Salute, God.
Everybody shoot. Salute.
In HR 11-114 House of in Congress, they have us when they first started reclassifying. It's in there that we was the American Indian that was reclassified as Negro and colored. It is in law. This is in the House, in the congressional records. I just did a live on this the other day. I think you was in my chat, Beast Mode, when I was reading.
Yeah, I was in your chat also.
And it told you there that they reclassified us from American Indian to Negro. This is in law.
And Empress over. I'm with you because that's what I stand on. That's my main point that I like to emphasize over here on this channel that we can prove. You got it.
But the part that they don't include in there, right, is that we always had dealings with Bharat or India, right? We always had, look, you know how you have the Mayans of America? You have the Mayans of Bharat. They're the same people.
Yeah, shout out Momag. I see all of y'all, man. Much love to all of y'all.
The reason why they reclassified us into color or into Negro status is because they wanted to separate tribe, the connection, because that proves that the word continent means a land of continuance, right? Meaning you only can have two. You can have the East and you can have the West. It's all connected. This is how they were able to gain control. Right? They don't want, this is the whole purpose of the Indian Removal Act. This is the whole purpose of the Indian Intercourse Act, Article 25, right? That deals with trade, right? Right? We never had tribes, we had trade, right? Trade means to add to, right? Tribe means to divide, to separate, right? Right? In our houses, in our clans, we taught trade, right? We taught how to basket make, how to prepare food, how to make bricks, how to do carpentry work, how to hunt, all these great trades, right? What we call medicine today, what we call surgery, right? What we call hospital. That's our shit. That's our shit. And it's been that way since time immemorial, right? This is why most of the surgeons, they come from India, right? We didn't enslave them. We gave them employment.
We have something that's going to hold weight when we go against and show that they didn't hold up to these treaties.
Well,
see, we can't worry about what was the East. We're in the West. Oh, we can't worry about that land over